how did you feel supported when you discovered the infidelity in your own story?
The short answer is I didn't. I had been seeing a personal therapist. Then my ex-husband had also been seeing his own therapist. And when the truth kind of started spilling out, I had called my therapist, left her a message, and said, "Oh, these awful things have happened." And she never called me back. I thought, well, for sure, I should sit in shame. These are awful. There's nobody that's going to help me. So I didn't really feel supported at all.
This may sound like a kind of a harsh question or whatever, but what was it like to walk that path alone? What was that like for you?
It was really dark. One of the things that I talk about when I work with couples is the place where I sat was survival. Everything about me was just, how do I function on a daily basis? How do I get out of bed? How do I actually live my life? Versus my husband at the time had already learned how to compartmentalize. So his functioning was very different than mine. So I work with partners and try to explain it to the husbands that the way I felt, I was in survival mode. I didn't have a choice but to try to figure out how to live each moment. And so to put it in the couples that I work with, when I express it in that blunt contrast, many times the husbands are like, "Oh, I had no idea that it was that basic. It's just cut and dry. How do I wake up in the morning?" So I'm a pretty fiery gal, and I did figure out how to wake up in the morning, how to get up, and I did start investigating because I thought I surely can't be the only one. Surely I can't be the only person that's traveling down this path, because it's everywhere. I mean, pornography, sex addiction, everything is out there in the world. And I remember one night I was sitting in bed and I was like, there's gotta be somebody else out there. And so I just typed in your sexually addicted spouse. And wouldn't you know, Barb Stebbins, APSATS popped right up. And that was sort of my starting point.
And the reason why, when we're talking about Divorce Prevention 101, I think it's helpful to start with your story is because, and we never know what would have happened, but we definitely know getting that support early on is going to really increase the chances of a couple being able to make it.
Absolutely.
Right? Because when you don't have that support and you're just flailing around, doing the best you can, there's a lot more damage that happens, especially in those early days. Yeah.